For Jiraiya, his fight against Hedon led him to another portion of the castle, leading them to a wide, open, and spacious room. As they continued on in their fight, Jiraiya could tell that he had the upper hand. The only thing that Hedon had was guts, determination, and an insatiable bloodlust. And blood was being spilt by the gallons at this point. He was bruised, punctured, bleeding all over, and yet he continued to attack Jiraiya without fail. It got to the point where even Jiraiya was now starting to feel the weight of the battle becoming a lot more exerting on himself. What the hell is up with this guy? It's like I'm throwing everything at him, even the kitchen sink, and he still won't go down. Come here. I'm coming for you. Will you stop? Come on. We're just getting started, Toad Sage. So tell me, who was it? Huh? Who did I take from you? I've given so many the blessing, I can't even remember by now. What? You mean you really don't remember? Oh, please. I can't keep track of how many people I give salvation now. His name was Asuma. Asuma Sarutobi. Sarutobi. Yeah. I remember him. Sarutobi. Yeah. He was the guy that Kakuzu took the bounty for. Yeah. Bounty? Uh-huh. He used to be one of the 12 fire shadows for some monastery temple or something. I told Kakuzu that it was sacrilege to sell the body of a priestly man, but there was no stopping him. There was a bounty on that guy's head. Yeah, I remember. That bastard cut my head off. You know, he was a tricky son of a bitch. You want to know how he died? Because, like you, he's stupid. He ended up killing himself. I mean, you should have seen it. He fell to his knees like a dumb little ninja art. Needle hair Jizo! Huh? Hedon's body was pelted with over 100 hair needles as Jiraiya had enough. Using his summoning technique, he brought 2 tiny toads on his shoulders, baby toads that he had collected in his journey in this world. One was a fire toad, the other was a wind toad. Now, fire style! Toad oil bomb jutsu! Jiraiya would spew out a stream of oil. The right-shouldered toad spewed out fire, and the left-shouldered toad spewed out wind. The incinerating forces of flammable oil, of wind-cutting jutsu and fire style, all of them converging onto Hedon, as Hedon found himself molded into the incinerating flames. But Jiraiya was not done yet. His anger, all of it. Ninja art! Dark underworld! Swamp jutsu! The ground under Hedon would begin to change into that of a mud pit, as its burnt and incinerating body would begin to fall down below. Jiraiya watched as his corpse would sink into the earth, before finally collapsing the roof on top, burying him underground once again. Jiraiya would take a deep breath, as his toads would release themselves, believing that the fight was finally over. I gotta go find the others, Jiraiya thought. As he made his way through the castle, hoping to converge where the others were fighting, a rumbling would occur from underground. Instantly, a mutilated and bloodied corpse of Hedon would come crawling out, his body seemingly restoring itself. You didn't think it was that easy now, did ya? What the hell? Hedon would go in for a slash, Jiraiya raising his hand at the last moment. But still, he could not avert the longer end of the sight as his cheek was cut and Hedon got what he needed. Now let's play a new game. It's called Tag. You're the one that's it. Come catch me if you can. Hedon would now give chase as Jiraiya would pursue, all according to his design. Meanwhile, on the outskirts of the castle, Tobirama found himself surrounded. Multiple threads had been spewing from out of Kakuzu's body, with the bag of infinity inside of him. With all the hearts that he had stored, he gave each one a body and a mask. And soon, Tobirama found himself surrounded by over 100 of these masked-like monstrosities, all of them being commanded by Kakuzu. So, what do you think of this, Tobirama? You make a whole bunch of ugly bastards. I don't think it's something that I'm supposed to be impressed with. It's a variant of the jutsu of my village. This is it in its purest form. With my ability, I can create an endless army of golems to fight at my disposal, all of which are connected to me. Their jutsu, a lot stronger, a lot more intense. Each one of them have the power of S-Class shinobi. And if I'm not mistaken, you were killed by the Gold and Silver Brother Brigade that consisted of no more than 20. But tell me, what are you gonna do against 100? You really want to keep bringing up the past, huh? Fine. Since you seem to be so enthralled with history, how about I give you a lesson? And I remind you who the hell you're talking to. I am Tobirama Senju, the second Hokage of the village hidden in the leaves. You couldn't defeat my elder brother. What makes you think you'll stand a chance against me? I've been doing this longer than you've even been alive. You were nothing but an afterthought during my time. And it will be no different here. Shadow Clone Jutsu! 7 more clones would now appear around Tobirama as they all stood back to back. You all know the plan, right? Understood. Copy. All right then. Let's move! The clones would engage against the likes of the monstrous beings that Kakuzu had created. As for Kazuma was still engaged in the dance for his life. And Sasori was turning up the heat, using his strings to control Chris, as both he and Chris engaged in the dance of life and death. Kazuma being amped up by the dark mask of Vanir, as now the loser would be whoever stopped first. And for Chris, well, poor Chris, her body, it couldn't hold out for too much longer. Kazuma, please, hurry up and do something. I can't keep dancing forever. My feet are getting blisters. Hold on now. I'm going to try to trip him up. Here, do the hustle. Da 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 da, do the hustle. Da 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 da, do the hustle. Da 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 da, do the hustle. Da 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 da. What kind of dancing is this? It's from my world. This is how we get down. Hold on. I'm gonna switch things up. I'm going to do something that he won't see coming. What's that? The electric slide. The what? It's simple. You just got to lean forward. Then you got to lean back. Then you got to move it to the left. Then you got to move it to the right. Then you got to go back. You got to go dip. And then you turn. Wait, no. Clap. Left, clap. Lean back. Lean forward. Now, spin around. Clockwise now. Yeah, first up, yeah. This boy, his movements, Sasori thought. He keeps trying to change the dance. Keeps thinking that he can set the pace. But he underestimates my true power in puppetry. Anything he does, I can match it, and then some. Oh no. Please, make this stop. It's all right. Don't worry, Chris. I'll figure something out. Kazuma had to keep thinking. There had to be some way of getting Sasori off of his guard. Some dance that he could do. Something that would stop him. Wait. That's it. Hold on, Chris. We're going to go with Blitzkrieg. What? Blitzkrieg. We're going to catch him using every dance from my world. He's not going to know what hit him. And then, when I see the opening, we'll take him out. All right now. Kazuma would reach into his pocket, pulling out some weird contraption. With this thing, I was able to pick any song from my world. All right now, let's get to it. What?
We're here in downtown Lafayette.
Huh?
Everyone's excited about the...
Huh? What's this? Chris? Just follow my lead, Kazuma said. Come on. What? What the hell is this? Shh. Just do it. This won't help you, Kazuma. That's what you think. Yeah. This is what we call the preamble. I hope you're ready, Sasori. You gotta keep up with my movements line for line. I don't think you can. Are you underestimating me, Kazuma? I'll have you know. This jutsu took down the entire fortress. Oh yeah? Well, why don't you take down the dance floor? So show me what you got. Hey, what? Yeah, like this. 2, 4. Spin it around. Spin it around. Spin it around. Yeah. Yeah. Now do it like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and yeah. Kazuma, please. Now, times 2. Wait, no. Oh God, no. All you're going to do is get your friend killed, Kazuma Sato. If you keep this up, her body is going to give out. Kazuma, please, he's telling the truth. I can't keep this up anymore. Please, make it stop. Make it stop. Make it stop. Please. That's it now. Just a little more. We're almost there. We're getting to the nitty gritty of this. Kazuma! Now, tango. This boy, Sasori, his fingers, they were starting to bellow with steam. The wooden mechanical bits that were manipulating every string that moved Chris's body. All that wood rubbing together really fast. What? My fingers. No. I didn't take account the friction. I had to keep moving in such a rhythmic pace that I... Yep, that's right. You might have an immortal body, but you forgot one thing. Your body's made out of wood. Dry, crusty wood. And what happens when wood rubs against itself super hard? Kazuma, you bastard! Sasori's hands were now set on fire, causing him to stop momentarily, as he now called forth his legion of puppets. I'll have to switch them out for new ones. But that doesn't mean it's over. Sasori opened his mouth as a cord of strings would appear. I can still move them. Any part of my body. What? He can command puppets with his mouth? Kazuma, no more dancing. No more dancing. Oh, please. Chris, Kazuma had to catch her in his arms. Now, get them. Kazuma would now carry Chris on his shoulders, his body now extremely tired from all the dancing that they'd done. As he continued running for his life, they soon found themselves running out of the castle, with Sasori and his army of puppets chasing after them. Meanwhile, on the battlefield, fighting off against the Devil King's forces wasn't all that difficult. Aqua, now being spurred on in motivation, was giving everything she had against these evil demons. As for Darkness, she just went charging in the battle on top of her toad, enjoying the shocks that came in the process. As for Megumin, she was looking for an opportunity to strike at a large mounting force. And thankfully, that would come. Help! Help me! Huh? Kazuma? Megumi! Megumi! Please! Catch! Yeah! Kazuma would throw Chris into the air. The toad that she was riding on, the flaming toad that she commanded to spew out the explosive fire, would catch Chris in his mouth. No more dancing! No more dancing, please! I can't do it! Not another Macarena! Not another Cupid shuffle! Not another tango! No! Huh? Chris? What the hell happened? Quick, Megami! I'll buy you time. I just need you to launch the biggest explosion you can. At what? At that! A horde of almost 100 puppets carrying the body of the Puppet King was giving chase. What the hell are those things? Evil puppets! Evil Puppet King! Slay the Puppet King! The Puppet King? Ooh, I've heard stories about him. They say that he was diabolical. They said that he turned people into puppets, and he did! He did! He even turned some crimson demons into puppets. He did what? Megami said. My people? He hurt my people? Yes, I'll buy you time. Just take him down. Kazuma turned to face the army of puppets that were coming towards him. As he drew his sword, he knew that his body was reaching its limit, but he needed to buy Megumin time. He got into a crouching stance. I see. So you brought us all the way out here. You think this open area will give you an advantage? To take you down? Absolutely. Let's go! Sasori! Kazuma would jump into the air. As he twirled around his sword, he plunged into the army of puppets, fielding off against every blade that came towards him, slicing and hacking his way through cloth and wood over and over again, while Megumin would begin to channel her largest explosion yet. You hurt my people, and for that, you will pay the ultimate price. My revenge, it burns like crimson. I will parade on your ashes. You will be incinerated from the face of this world. You will pay for your sins against the crimson demons, says forth Megumin, the master of explosions. Large magical circles would begin to form over the entire area. Chris looking on in amazement as Kazuma fought in the middle of the horde, scratching and clawing his way towards Sasori. I'll repay you, Kazuma. I promise. Yeah! Yeah! What the hell's that? Sasori said, looking up. But Kazuma grabbed hold of him, starting to use Drain Touch. What are you? Now, be a good little puppet and smile for the camera. The what? Explode! Yen! No! 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 Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap! In a blazing strike, Sasori, the inhabitor of the Puppet King's body, and all of his men would be destroyed and burnt to ash as Megumin launched off her most devastating of explosions. My people are avenged. Meanwhile, in the midst of all the explosions, the screaming and the fighting, Deidara looked down onto Madara, who would now skip across all of the rubble, running up the walls until he had jumped high enough into the air. He used his momentum to push himself forward as he landed on the giant flying dragon that Deidara rode. Madara would attempt to speed blitz him and run through him with his blade, only for Deidara to smile as his body turned into clay as well. Deidara would now watch from the ground, keeping him in the eye of his monocle. Now you're trapped. He would detonate the clay dragon, Madara trying his best to shield himself, but Deidara had him outmatched in terms of skill power and in raw power, and with the aid of that tool, the Evil Eye Monocle, as long as he had Madara in his sights, his attacks were a sure hit. They couldn't miss no matter what. Madara would go careening to the ground where Deidara had already landed his mines. The moment he made contact, more explosions would go off. But Deidara, he wasn't done there. He would shoot out even more of his C2 as he continued to lead in the onslaught. It doesn't matter how powerful he is. He can't survive point blank. Madara would come crawling out of the crater, his clothes torn and scarred, as he looked on towards Deidara, who was now flying up above once again. You are one pesky little cockroach, aren't you? Oh well then. I didn't want to have to go to extreme measures, but seems like I have no choice. In both of his hands, Deidara pulled out a large clumps of red clay, his hand mouths beginning to eat on it before spewing out what appeared to be a red dust. What the hell is he planning now? Madara thought. His Sharingan activated. Each particle of dust, he analyzed it as some tiny piece of bomb. This here is red clay. It's very conducive to flame. It can shoot out a tiny little spark, but when amplified by magic. What are you getting at, Deidara? Oh, well, since you want to play the hero, I figure, let's see what type of Madara I'm really dealing with. The red clay would descend upon the ruins of the castle and would slowly start to spread through the city. You see, once people start breathing that stuff in, it's inside of their system. But it's not like my C4. No, this is something different. You see, if one spark goes off, it causes a chain reaction. Explosions on the inside and out. As of right now, this entire city is completely under my jurisdiction. So go ahead and spew some type of fire jutsu. You so much as shoot off one spark, and you'll be dooming this entire area. Madara could hear coughing in the distance. It was Iris. Oh no. Deidara, what are you? It's simple, really. It's going to be one of my finest works yet. The only question now is, Who's gonna be the one that pulls the trigger? Me or you? What do you want? We want the girl. Huh? Stay behind us, Iris, Claire and Rain would say. I have a way of saving her. If you give her to me now, no deal. No deal? Oh, well, okay. Deidara would reach into his pocket as he pulled out a lighter. He began to flip it on and off, Madara beginning to tense up at every moment. You do know what happens when I drop this, right? Everyone down there turns into barbecue chicken. Finger looking good, I might say. Deidara, please. You used to be a shinobi. Are you really devoid of any decency? What the hell? Oh. Now you want to talk about decency, Madara. The guy that started a whole war? He what? Iris would say. You didn't. Oh, he did, Your Highness. He started a whole war back where he's from. Killed thousands of people. Claimed to do it in the name of peace. Your friend here? He's not a hero. He's a monster. And I should know. I was the one that worked for that monster. You talk about fighting the Devil King. Oh no, ladies. You're in the presence of one. A real devil, if I do say so myself. Then take my life. Huh? You want to kill an Uchiha? Then go ahead. That has to be worth more. More than even Princess Iris. Madara was taking a gamble. The gamble on the idea that revenge could be worth more than a mission. And he'd seen it happen. Men who would sacrifice everything just for the satisfaction of it. Damn, this is a tough one. I can kill Madara Uchiha or take the princess. Take the princess or kill Madara. Damn, Devil King was really gonna pay us well too. Huh. Alright then. Deidara, without any warning, one of his clay monsters on the ground would grab Iris, throwing her into the air. Before Madara could even react, Deidara had swooped in and grabbed her. Princess Iris! Oh no. Help me! Wait, please, don't! Don't worry, Princess. You get to see one of my finest pieces of work up close and personal. No! Please! Don't kill them! You bastard! Madara would jump into the air as the lighter was thrown down. Using his speed, he had managed to cut the device and the flame. He had propelled himself high enough as he attempted to strike at Deidara. The moment he did, Deidara would catch hold of the weapon. He smiled as blood ran down his hand. Using his one good arm, he shot out webs of clay all around Madara, trapping him in place. I figured you'd try that. Now, you get to watch as well. Deidara would open up his real mouth, revealing something on his tongue. It's a piece of flint, and I got a piece of iron stuck in my tooth. No. It's time for you to learn, Madara. Revenge is a dish best served hot. And what's higher than an explosion? No. No. No! This concludes Konosuba, the last shinobi of the wonderful world. What if Madara Uchiha was reincarnated in Konosuba? Season 3, Part 7. As always, if you enjoyed today's video and everything else that we have to offer, then please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that bell for post notifications so you can stay up to date on everything that is PowerCore Productions and Podcastings that has to come out now and in the future. Stay tuned next time as we continue with Konosuba, the last shinobi of the wonderful world. What if Madara Uchiha was reincarnated in Konosuba, Season 3, Part 8. But anyway, that's going to do it for the end of today's video. I'm Javon Harrington with PowerCore Productions and Podcastings, signing off, and I'll see you next time.